Today we will consider capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab. Before that, we will consider what is expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor if air is there between its two plates, and how polarization takes place in case of dielectric substance when kept in electric field. This is representing a parallel plate capacitor where air is there between its two plates. Two plates are separated by a distance d and A is representing the area of the plate. So capacitance of this plate is, and this parallel plate capacitor is given by C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D, where epsilon naught is representing the permittivity of air present between the two plates. And when a dielectric substance is kept between electric field or in presence of electric field, then polarization of its molecules takes place. And due to polarization, either this polarization will increase, or if non-polar molecules are there, then they will get polarized. Due to effect of this polarization, there will be a field in a dielectric due to presence of charges here and at this side. One is applied field that we are representing E naught. Direction of this applied field is because of these charges. It is pointing in this direction. Because of these charges, which are due to polarization, there will be one field in dielectric that is in a direction opposite to direction of applied field. So, net field in case of dielectric will be difference of applied field and the field due to polarization of dielectric. So, E will be equal to E naught minus EP if we are going to consider magnitude. Net field inside dielectric will not be 0, but it will be less than the value of applied field. And this we have written here, E is equal to E naught minus EP. And dielectric constant for this dielectric substance will be ratio of original field to reduced value or net value of field inside dielectric. So K will be equal to applied field E naught divided by E, that is net value of field in case of dielectric. In dielectric, now we will consider capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with a dielectric slab. For this, I have represented these to be the two plates of capacitor with the charge plus Q and minus Q. This is one dielectric slab that we have kept between the two plates of capacitor. This dielectric slab is not fully occupying the space between two plates of capacitor. If I will show this case to you, this is one aluminium foil. This is another aluminium foil. A is representing, this is acting as a plate of capacitor. This is also acting as plate of capacitor. And this is with area A. This is also with area A. And the space between its two plates of capacitor, I have kept one paper. Paper will work as a dielectric substance here. If I will have this sort of case, then gap between its two plates means this side also, back side also we have to do like this. And if we will have uniformity of space, and then the gap between its two plates, this in between these two, this plate and this dielectric substance, we have air. Then this plate and this dielectric substance, again we have air. So this case is representing actually this one, that this is dielectric slab present between two plates of capacitor, and in between air is also there, means this dielectric slab is not fully occupying the space. How will it occupy fully? If I will consider this case. Now the gap between the two plates is fully occupied by the dielectric slab. We have to consider this case here. Also, we know the capacitance is inversely proportional to the gap between the two plates. So we will keep the gap as minimum as possible, because if gap will be less, then capacitance will be more. It will not be like this. It has to be very less. So let us come to this part. We have considered charge on the plates of capacitor plus Q minus Q. Because of these charges, there will be potential difference between these two plates, and electric field will also be there between these two plates. This is dielectric slab with thickness T. I have shown diagram broadly. Actually, this thickness will be very small. Just now you have seen thickness of paper. This is this much only. So this is very small in practice, but diagram I have shown to you to be magnified. So this is dielectric slab with the thickness T. Space between the two plates of capacitor we have represented by small d. So this side we are left with gap x1. This is T. So this side gap left is D minus X minus T. Means from D we are subtracting these two gaps. Now, if this dielectric slab was not there, there was electric field between the two plates of capacitor, and this electric field expression was coming out to be sigma by epsilon naught. When this dielectric slab is present there, just now we have done that this dielectric slab will not give net value of field inside it same as that of applied. It means if E1 is field here, E2 is field here, E3 is field here, then this side and this side air is present. So E1 will be equal to E3, but it is another dielectric substance. For example, if it is a paper, then for this K will not be same as that of air, dielectric constant will not be same, or value of electric field E2 will not be equal to E1 or E3. This value will be less than E1. Net value of field inside a dielectric slab is less than the applied field. So E2 is not equal to E1, but E3 is equal to E1. Whatever potential difference is there between this plate and this plate. Now this potential, if this is 6 volt, this is going to be minus 6 volt. So potential difference is coming out to be 12 volt. This 12 volt will divide itself across this, and across this. So if V is a potential difference, it will divide itself as V1, V2 and V3. So we can write this equation: V is equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now what is value of V1, V2 and V3? We will find. We know electric field is given as V divided by D. So V will be equal to E into D. So for V1, this is V1. I will multiply the value of electric field E1 with this gap X. For V2, I will multiply E2 with T. For V3, I will multiply E3 with D minus X minus T. So putting these values here, V will be equal to E1X plus E2T plus E1 D minus X minus T, because E3 is equal to E1. So E3 is replaced by E1. When you will solve it, this will get cancelled with this. We will get V is equal to E2T plus E1 D minus T. Now we will put value of E1 and E2. E1 is value of applied field, that is sigma upon epsilon naught. E2 is net value of field inside dielectric, and we have done the dielectric constant is given by original field divided by reduced field. So dielectric constant K will be equal to E1 divided by E2. So E2 will be equal to E1 upon K. E1 is equal to sigma upon epsilon naught. So E2 value will be sigma upon epsilon naught K. This value we are using in this equation. So we will get sigma T epsilon naught K plus sigma upon epsilon naught D minus T. From this, sigma upon epsilon naught can come out. This sigma upon epsilon naught can be taken common. So inside T upon K plus D minus T divided by 1. We were doing expression for capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor. And we know charge is equal to capacitance multiplied by potential difference. So C will be equal to Q upon V. We will put this value of V here. So value of V when we will put here, and value of Q. What is Q? Q is representing charge. And surface charge density we have done. This is equal to charge upon area. A is representing area of plate of capacitor. So charge on plates of capacitor will be sigma A. So value of Q will be sigma A. Value of V you will put from here. Sigma will get cancelled. So you will get epsilon naught A. This will go in numerator divided by T upon K plus D minus T upon 1. This we will keep it in a box because we will be in need of this equation again. Okay, so if you will consider sub cases means if this is going to occupy the whole space means you are going to consider like this. Whatever gap is there between the plates of capacitor, air is not there, only we have dielectric substance. Then what will happen? In this equation what you will do? In this equation, T will be replaced by D because T will become equal to D. When we will put in this equation, this will be D, this will be D. So this term will become 0. Contribution of this term will become 0 and we will get expression C is equal to epsilon naught D divided by K. It means C is equal to K times epsilon naught A upon D. What is epsilon naught A upon D representing? It is representing capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor when air was there. And when air is replaced by some dielectric substance, then capacitance increases. C is equal to K times the capacitance of a parallel plate capacitor with air. So C is equal to K C naught. From there we have another expression for dielectric constant. K can be given as C upon C naught. Now try to understand these cases very carefully, because if you will understand these cases, this much portion only, you will be able to solve numericals very easily. It is representing, we are going to have different type of dielectric substances. In this case, we have considered only paper is present. Now another case I will consider that one sheet I have of paper and one sheet I have of plastic. So we have metallic sheet, then paper, one dielectric, then other plastic sheet that will work as another dielectric, then I can have third dielectric sheet also. So this is representing this case when I will have different dielectric sheets and they are going to occupy the space between the plates of a capacitor. So this is representing this case where one is paper, one dielectric, another sheet you can have in this gap of plastic, then you can have one more sheet of another dielectric. Like this we can have so many combinations of dielectric slabs with a different thickness. So this is one sheet with the dielectric constant K1 and thickness of that sheet is T1. Another dielectric substance with the dielectric constant K2 and thickness T2. Another dielectric substance with the dielectric constant K3 and thickness T3. Now in this case what will happen? Whatever was the potential difference here, it will divide itself across this one, this one, this one. And we have done. When capacitors are connected in series, then potential will divide. It means I will have this capacitor C1, this capacitor C2, this capacitor C3, and when they are connected in series, then I have to find net capacitance of the capacitor. In this case what you will do, you will consider this formula. C is equal to epsilon naught A upon T1 upon K1 plus epsilon naught A divided by T2 upon K2 plus epsilon naught A divided by T3 upon K3. From where this formula is coming? This is coming from here only. I will consider this to be one capacitor with the dielectric constant K1 and thickness T1. So here D will be replaced by T1 and whatever is its dielectric constant, that is K1. So in this basic formula, you will change D by thickness and K by dielectric constant of that particular substance. And this is the case where capacitors are connected in series. For series, you have done formula 1 upon C is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3. If you will put the value of C1, C2 and C3 and solve, you will get the same result. You will get the same result. So it's better that you just keep this formula in your mind, that when capacitors are connected in series, net capacitance will be epsilon naught A divided by its thickness, and then it is further divided by its dielectric constant. Plus, it means we are using this relation epsilon naught A divided by D upon K. When air was there, then also this relation was there, because for air we are getting C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D. For this also K was there, but value of K for air is 1. So C is going to be epsilon naught A divided by D. This is applicable for every dielectric substance that you are going to have. This formula C is equal to epsilon naught A divided by D upon K. So this formula you will apply for this capacitor, for this capacitor, for this capacitor. Either you do calculation using this formula or directly you can use this formula. Both will give you the same answer. Next we will consider if you are not going to keep your dielectric slab as we have done like this. Now you are going to keep your dielectric slab in the form that these are two metallic sheets, though we are going to have plastic here. You can consider these to be metallic sheet. Now you have your dielectric slab, and that dielectric slab you are not going to keep in this way. Earlier you have kept in this way. This and this was same. It means if you will keep like this, then this area and this area was same. Now you are going to keep it in this way, like this. It means this area and this part, this area, they are not going to be same like this. Then you can have some plastic sheet, then you can have third of some other dielectric slab, then fourth of other dielectric slab. It means now placement of dielectric slabs you are not going to have like this, where area of this slab and area of plate, they will match each other. Now this area that is in contact with plate of capacitor is not matching with the area of capacitor. When this type of situation will be there, then we will consider the case of capacitors to be parallel, not in case of series. Why in case of parallel? Why not in series? In series we have considered potential was dividing V1, V2, V3. In this case of parallel, potential will remain the same. How potential will remain the same? That we will consider. Why do we consider that now capacitors are in case of parallel? See, we have considered this parallel plate capacitor. This is at 5 volt, this is at minus 5 volt. Potential difference is there. So in between these two plates, if I will keep pen here, then this will be at 5 volt, this will be at minus 5 volt other end. So potential difference across this, what will be this will be same as is the potential difference between plates of capacitor. Now this was pen, then you can keep some pencil or some other substance like this. Here also it will have the same potential. So each dielectric slab, whether you kept here, each dielectric slab will experience the same potential as is applied by you across the plates of capacitor. So when potential across each dielectric slab, whether this is pen, this you can consider other dielectric slab like this, when it is going to experience the same potential difference across its ends, so each dielectric slab will behave like a capacitor, and these capacitors will be connected in parallel. So when capacitors are in parallel, we are using formula C is equal to C1 plus C2. Now we have to see what is value of C1 and what is value of C2. This is representing C1, and if I will consider a virtual line like this between C1 and C2, then this is a C1 with the dielectric constant K1. Now what is this area? What is this area representing here? What is this area that I have to find? If I will consider this was the case, this is a length L, and this is representing its area. it is like this. This is length L, this is length L, and this is whole sheet was with area A. Now length is not L. For this capacitor, this length has become L1, and for this it has become L2. Corresponding to L1, how much is this area? And corresponding to L2, how much is this area? We will consider by unitary method. If length is L, area is A. If length is A, area will be A1 upon L1. If length is L1, area will be A upon L into L1. This is area of first capacitor that we are going to have. Similarly, we will find area of second capacitor, that is A2, that is AL2 upon L. Now we will put value of C1 and C2. Value of C1 will be K1 epsilon naught A1 divided by D. D is representing the distance between the plates of capacitor. C2 is representing K2 epsilon naught A2 divided by D. When we will put value of these two, C1 and C2, in this equation, we will get this. From here, epsilon naught A will come outside. Inside we will have K1 A1 plus K2 A2. Put value of A1 and A2. We will get equation epsilon naught D within bracket K1 A L1 divided by L plus K2 A L2 divided by L. From this A upon L will come outside. So inside we will have K1 L1 plus K2 L2. So final result, final capacitance in case of this type of arrangement will be epsilon naught A divided by LD within bracket K1 L1 plus K2 L2. So this you can use to solve formula, this you can use. This you can use to solve numericals, and this equation also you can use to solve numericals. So in case of series capacitor, when the dielectrics are connected in series as capacitor, thickness will be divided. Thickness will be divided, or you can say gap between two plates will be divided. This gap between two plates will be divided. And when they are considered to be in parallel, in that case this area we have to divide. This area, either to consider this much or this much or this much or this much. It will depend on the dielectric slab. So in case of series, area will remain same. This gap is going to get divided, and in case of parallel, gap will remain same. This gap will remain same. Area A, it will get divided. So keep this in your mind.